Namaskar, this is Dr. Ajai Bhambi, and today we are going to discuss geometry in astrology. Generally, astrology is considered a science of mathematics. Actually, mathematics is very important in astrology, but we also use algebra and geometry. And to my understanding, geometry plays a very important role. That is what I am going to discuss today. There are two systems of measurement. One is known as sine and another is meridian. Sine means with motion and meridian means without motion. That's a basic difference. Sine system is related to seasons and the position of sun at a particular time, while meridian focuses on the stars or nakshatras behind the sun. In Western astrology, sign is commonly used, and in Vedic astrology, Nirian system is preferred. As a matter of fact, both systems, sign and Nirian, come from India, but it's a matter of choice. At the same time, we have more adapted to the cosmos, and our rishis developed dasha system and division system that creates a huge difference between Western and Indian astrology. Indian astrology is based on moon, wherever Western astrology largely based on the sun. Nirian system is very important. Undoubtedly, we all operate on this system. At the same time, science system of astrology should not be ignored. If you come across a good practitioner of science system, some of them are available in India also, so then they can do magic on your horoscope. Their way of seeing horoscope is different because they do not have any dasha and division of the chart. So if you go to a sign astrologer, then he will take your date of birth, time of birth and all that, and he would like to see what kind of angles, aspects and phenomena were formed on that day when you were born. And when you visit the astrologer, he will again take out the situation of the sky, bring it on the paper at present, what sort of angles are happening or taking place among planets. Based on that, he can predict many things accurately. Our system is a wonderful system. I'm talking of Nirian system. And if we add on the sign system also in our predictive astrology, then our accuracy can enhance tremendously. So today we are going to discuss the sign astrology and the kind of geometry is being used over there. Because I believe a lot of geometry is involved in astrology. When we talk of angles, degree connections, conjunctions, oppositions, trine, square, all that. These are all geometry. And how it works in one's life, how it operates. This is what we are going to talk. And in our today's episode, I shall cover the main angles, aspects and phenomena of astrology. There are many combinations formed in the sky throughout the day, and whenever you are going to do any new job or select any time, elect any time for any muhurat or anything, so these aspects or phenomena are very, very important. We shall talk some of these aspects or phenomena, how they operate in our life. Because the way we see horoscope, all of you understand, need not to explain much. We know Dasha, we know division, we know nakshatras, we know many things, we know Rajyogas, different sort of Rajyogas, then we know Viparit Rajyoga, Neej Bhang Rajyoga. So all that we know, and based on Dasha system, we see many things. And we also use transit. Transit are also important, and Westerns, or Western astrology or science system, is focusing total on transit or the planet of that moment. And when you are starting a new job, a new dasha is starting in chart, and you are erecting a muhurat, or you are going to do a big new job, any new job, any new dasha, anything that happens, why that day is important for you or not important for you. And if you look into these aspects, this geometry which I'm talking about, then you can add on a lot of accuracy to your predictions. There certain signs are mentioned in the different ephemeris, panchangs or almanacs. Mostly it is available in English ephemeris. I have not seen much in Hindi panchangs, but I may request all panchang makers of Hindi that they should add few more pages on this. First of the list is conjunction. Conjunction or on the same degree of latitude, this sign, you can see the sign. So, conjunction between two planets is very relevant, very important. And what kind of results it gives depend on what kind of conjunction it has made. Whenever conjunction is made between two good planets, then it can render good results. However, if the conjunction between Sun and, say, for instance, Saturn, then result may not be up to the mark. So there is a semi-sextile, which you can see the sign. When a planet is 30 degrees away from the main planet, then semi-sextile is formed. Just for an example, the Sun is in one house and Moon is 30 degrees away from the Sun, ahead of Sun. So then this sextile is formed. It could be behind Sun also. In both the situations, it has to be 30 degrees here or there. So this semi-sextile is formed. Semi-sextiles are considered good. So it means this is almost starting the third day after Purnima or Amavasya, the third day. If it's the third day after Amavasya, then Moon can be visible in the sky, and that's the beginning of new moon. So many functions of different communities are being held around that time. When they see moon in the sky, then the celebration begins. And in our system also, after Pratipada is not considered that good soon after Amavasya or Purnima. Pratipada, first day of moon, is not considered that good. But the moment it moves little ahead, so that comes to about 30 degrees. At 30 degrees, that it makes a semi-sextile. So semi-sextile is considered good because it gives an indication of new beginning. If you are starting something, assuming you are starting a factory on that day, as moon increases and it becomes, Purnima or Amavasya, both the situation, your whatever project you have taken in your hand, that project will grow. There are other situations when just take an example of sun and moon. If it is 40 degrees ahead, moon is 40 degrees ahead of the sun, then it makes a non-ideal. That's what they say. It doesn't have any symbol, but this is not considered very good. If you're starting anything new, then you have to be careful. Take the consideration of other planets, but don't miss out this also. Now, if moon is away from 45 degrees from the sun, I'm just taking the example of moon and sun because it's easier to understand, but it can be applied to all the planets. Semi-square is formed when one planet is 40 degrees ahead of the first planet. It forms a semi-square. This semi-square is not considered good, although it's a difference of only 5 degrees, but then one has to be careful because squares are not considered good in science system of astrology. Sextile. Sextile, you can see the picture or symbol. Symbol looks like a star. Sextile is 60 degrees. It means if the sun is in the first house, then moon in the third house. Sextile is considered best because now moon has become independent. Any planet has become independent. Even in the case of Sadhasati, we will talk of Sadhasati, the moment Saturn moves into third house, then we say it is the end of Sadhasati. From moon, when Saturn goes into third house, Sadhasati is over, and actually it is forming an angle of 60 degrees. That is why we say in our Vedic system, now Sadhasati is over, so you can have a lot of reading. Otherwise, there is a difference of 60 degrees between two planets, and you are going to start something new, or at that time your new dasha is starting. The entire dasha is going to give good results by and large. Of course, we have to see some part of the dasha may not be good for various reasons, but by and large, because it is happening on that day, so that will also play its role as a result unfold in future. The quintile, given the symbol also, it is when the planet is far going away up to 72 degrees. It is not considered good. So if that is the situation, then one has to be careful. Then we come to square, Kendras, quadrant, 90 degrees away. When one planet is away from the main planet, 90 degrees, it means one planet is in first house and other planet is in the fourth house or 10th house, other same way. In our system, assuming moon is in Aries and Jupiter is in the fourth house, then a beautiful Gajkesi Raj Yoga is formed between moon and Jupiter. So this combination is considered fantastic in our system of astrology, that is Nirian. So I had been working on this system for the last 45 years, and my experience is a square between two benefic planets is always good. Although Western system do not endorse what I'm talking about, but my experience is if there is a square between two malefic planets, assuming Saturn is in first house and Mars is in fourth house or 10th house, then this square is not considered good. Then we come to second nonile, let's say 80 degrees away. Assuming moon is 80 degrees away from the sun, then this is not a good thing. And if you work on it, because you need to experience yourself, pay attention, add on this system also into your knowledge. I'm sure it will help you to reach at the correct answer. Now another angle is of triangle. It's 120 degrees away from each other. Moon is in first house and Jupiter is in fifth house, or Saturn is in fifth house. So then it's triangle. Triangle is always considered good, even it is happening with the malefic planet. So even that is happening. The same thing goes with the sextile. If sextile is happening, even with the malefic planet, it is considered good. And the same way, if a trine is happening, even with the malefic planet, it's going to be good. And if it is between the good planet, definitely, then it will give wonderful results. So these things should be taken into account. Now there is another angle. If the planet is 135 degrees away from the main planet, that is not considered good and is called sesquiquadrant 135 degrees. And it is, if it is 150 degrees away, there is no symbol of this, that is not considered very good. Opposition. In Western astrology, opposition between two planets, see, Jupiter is in the first house and Saturn in the seventh house. So it is 180 degrees away from each other. It is not considered good in the Western astrology. But Vedic astrology, it is considered good. If both planets are malefic, because here Jupiter is good. So if Jupiter is good, Jupiter's aspect on Saturn will take away all his malefic results. But in other cases, assuming Mars is in the first house and Saturn is in the seventh house, exactly 180 degrees away from each other, that can bring disaster in one's life if other factors are also matching with the same combination. A disaster or birth of a child doesn't happen every day. So we have to find out when things are going to happen. So that's another time, another approach. But if that sort of combination is present in the chart, and when you are seeing a chart, then that sort of combination is happening, then be alert and make alert your client of the coming danger. Then another thing is which we generally ignore, it's called parallel or equality of declination. On the same side of the equator, nowadays we don't have almanacs or ephemeris. Otherwise, when Lahari ephemeris were coming, it stopped coming, I think. They don't publish nowadays. So then we could see if it's a big P, then parallel situation, then they are coming on the same declination. And if it is opposite, then it's a small p and under hyphen. Tropical or sign longitude of two planets are supplementary. Then say 180 degree, some I can leave it. Okay, now we'll come to the Purnima, full moon. When full moon is there, it means that's a Purnima. Moon is opposing the sun, and exactly when it is at 180 degrees, then the exact Purnima happens. When this situation is going on, Purnimas are considered very good because most of our functions in our tradition, Purnimas are considered good. Even Guru Purnima is considered good when it's related to Guru Vyas, Ved Vyas, who had written Vedas and all that, Mahabharata, and many more Granths. So Purnima is considered very good. But one more thing I would like to add. On Purnima day, any Purnima day, if you are meditator, then you can become more meditator. And if you are tense or going through anxiety, then your anxiety can increase. You need to do something for that. And second is Amavasya, the moon and sun are together. Many astrologers say, many books also say, your moon is combust, your moon has lost all the ability. But that is not true. Actually, when there is Amavasya, you can see all the stars in the sky. All the nakshatras are, available over there. You just look into the sky and you can, see nakshatras from the naked eye and understand. So when nakshatras are there, it means now it is the day of nakshatras, and nakshatras are going to bestow a lot of goodness to one and all. And you must have heard कि तारों की छाव में शादी करेंगे. And around 3 o'clock onward, those who are meditators and get up into meditation, That's the best time. That's called Brahm Muhurat also. So when nakshatras are present on any other day, so that's the best day. And when Amavasya, we have to come out from that wrong notion that Amavasya is bad. Amavasya is the best because nakshatras are available, taras are available, stars are there. And secondly, moon is considered mind and sun is considered soul. When mind and soul are together, that's the best thing can happen to you. So moon does not lose any quality. On the contrary, it is closer to the soul of Atman. So it becomes one of the best things. So we have to change our understanding how astrology operates. There are few more phenomena which we are talking about. Includes perihelion and aphelion. Planet at minimum and maximum linear distance from the sun, then it is known as perihelion. And there is another thing, perigee and apogee. In case of sun and moon from the earth, when perigee is when the sun or moon are closer to the earth, apogee is when sun and moon is far away from the earth, and they also play a very important role. So this is, and then we talk of stationary planet. Any planet who becomes retrograde or direct before taking into retrogression, or after retrogression again becoming direct, in both the situations planets become stationary for a while. Any planet, major or small, before becoming retrograde or getting into motion or becoming direct, it becomes stationary for a while. If it is a small planet like Venus, Mercury, they are for 1 or 2, 3 days. And if it is Jupiter, Saturn, then it could be from 5 to 7 days. So if you are going to do anything new, or suggesting somebody, Saturn will become direct on so and so date, you start getting results. No, you won't get results. Tell him wait 5 to 6 days till it gains motion. It has to gain motion. Same way, when it becomes retrograde, it doesn't start giving result on the same moment, because before getting into retrograde motion, it will become stationary for a while, and once it starts taking motion in backward motion, only then it will give good or bad. So these are the small things which should not be ignored. So I don't think there is any difference between Indian system of astrology or Western system of astrology or science system of astrology. Actually both belongs to India. We should learn both and pay attention, and if we combine both, I'm sure you can get fantastic results. And I can say this because I have been working on this system for last more than 45 years. Thank you very much.
एस्ट्रोलॉजी की सटीक जानकारी के लिए विश्वविख्यात एस्ट्रोलॉजर अजय भांबी के यूट्यूब चैनल ABC चैनल को सब्सक्राइब, लाइक और शेयर करें। लेटेस्ट अपडेट के लिए बेल के बटन पर जरूर क्लिक करें।